Alright guys, get ready for this matchup. This is going to be Frozean, or I'll pronounce him Frozen, also known as Cute Angel, versus Luxury. And this is going to be a ZVT on the map Fantasy 2. This was played for the Bacchus OSL round of 8, week 1, and this was on Friday, February the 15th. And this is going to prove to be a very interesting match because both these players are really excellent players. Frozen, he really hasn't been known that much. Only just recently showed up, but he's been playing pretty well. He's Kim Dong-kun. He's 19 years old, so he has been playing for a while, but he's only just recently started to show himself. And he hasn't been too impressive, but it's been good enough to win quite a few games. And Luxury, Park Chan-soo, is 20, and he's the Zerg here at about 7 o'clock. And he's just been playing excellently recently, and he's been performing a lot better than his twin, Fake Yellow, also known as Yellow ARNC. Now, this is Luxury. He has a really good ZVT, and recently he's also been showing himself to have a really good ZVP too. He also has a good ZVZ, probably one of the best in the world. And it used to be people thought he was good at ZVT and good at ZVZ, but he just sucked at everything else. He sucked at ZVP, but recently he's been just so good, and he's gotten really far in all of these events and all these games he's been playing. He's been playing very well, and you can see Luxury is going to scout Frozen on his first try with his Overlord. He was sending a drone to scout, but he's just going to use that to make an expansion now. And this is on the map Fantasy, which is a pretty interesting map, as it incorporates different maps into one map. So there's like 4 layouts for each map, and there's a couple of balance problems, but it's mostly a really nice map, and it's really good for really interesting gameplay. And I'm kind of wondering what Luxury is going to plan to do right now. Right now I can see that a 14 command center seems to be that's going up for Frozen, and that's a really risky build. You can see Luxury just doing standard 12 hatch 11 pool, and he's getting a pretty early gas, so he may be trying to press an advantage. With the 14 CC, it's a very risky build. You're going to try and be getting your macro up really soon as possible, but leaves you vulnerable to fast tech or rushes or stuff like that. But if you can keep it alive, it's a pretty nice advantage. So I'm giving the advantage to Frozen if he's able to keep this alive. He's adding 2 barracks right now, but I'm pretty sure that Luxury will be able to take advantage of this very nicely, and he will be on the lead if he does some good damage. And you can see he promptly added another gas as soon as he saw that, and he's definitely going to be trying something. I'm expecting him to get a fast lair, try and go maybe fast lurkers, fast mutas maybe. He's got really excellent muta micro, so that's something I'm also really expecting him to show off some good muta micro this game. And he's playing pretty standard right now. He's just doing a 2 hatch build. We usually haven't seen that nowadays. Nowadays we usually see Zergs always doing 3 hatch builds, and the game has become really macro orientated. But there's really hyper aggressive players like Luxury who can switch it up. He can do macro and aggressive builds. You can see he's using his Zerglings to block the ramp here. Good move, because Cute Angel or Frozen is probably going to be expecting a 3 hatch macro build, which is pretty standard from a Zerg, but he's not going to expect fast mutas, which are probably the most likely thing that are going to happen. And so there's not going to be any turrets for defense. There's 1 bunker, but it's only going to be able to protect from Zerglings. And we'll just see how this goes out. I think Luxury, he will have to use those first mutas pretty efficiently because he does not have his second gas yet, and doing a 2 hatch build, you only get 6 mutas in the beginning instead of 9, which is not as powerful, of course, and also you have way less drones. You can see the Spire is coming up right now, and Luxury does not have many drones, but that's one of the things that happens. That's one of the side effects of doing a 2 hatch build. But it's really nice because you get the mutas out much earlier. You can see a wall is going up for Frozen. Frozen probably thinks that Luxury is just going to be doing a lot of Zerglings, because he does have a lot of Zerglings right now, about 8 Zerglings, and he's got speed on them. So right now it's really good because Luxury thinks that no, I mean Frozen thinks that Zergling all in is coming in, whereas lots of fast mutas are coming. So Luxury is going to be able to take advantage, and definitely this is a really good move because he's just feinting, going mass Zerglings, and Frozen's just not going to have the proper defense against Mutalisks, and these Mutalisks should be able to do a lot of damage, especially when you take into consideration the awesome Mutalisk micro that Luxury has. And the third barracks coming up right now. And really, it's at this point it's up to see if Frozen realizes his mistake quick enough. He is getting his academy though, so he will be able to scan pretty shortly, and he is getting an engineering bay, but that's a really late engineering bay. And I mean, it's not actually that late, but these mutas are going to be out really, really soon, and I don't think that there's just not going to be enough units or anything to prevent these Mutalisks, because really at this point Frozen thinks that it's a 3-hatch build from Luxury because he didn't scout. So, and also he saw a lot of Zerglings, so he probably won't be expecting these Mutalisks this fast. And these couple of SCVs getting ready to put some turrets, so I think he does know that these Mutalisks are coming at this point. And right now these Mutalisks seem to just be trying to defend this base right now because there's a lot of Marines over there. And you know, Frozen's making a lot of turrets, and a nice attack here, a Mutaling attack. Doesn't seem like it's going to do too much damage. All those Zerglings go down. I think one Mutalisk goes down, and you need 5 Mutalisks to kill a Marine in one shot. So really, all it is going to do is going to force Frozen to retreat. But at this point in time, Frozen's going to be able to have his turrets up in time, so these Mutas aren't going to be able to do any damage. And really poor micro there, losing that one Mutas. He does pick off these medics, which is a really nice move actually, because at this point in time, Frozen has a really low ratio of medics and to Marine. And if he can take out those medics, those Marines will try and stim, and they won't be able to be healed. And right now he's just trying to make those Marines waste stim, waste the medic's energy. And also another expansion is going up for Luxury, which is really nice as well, because if he gets that third gas, he can actually make a Queen's Nest and go directly into Guardians, and just, you know, go pure Guardians, and pretty much win the game with just pure Guardians. You can see there's such a low amount of Marines here, and these Mutas are just going to be able to harass anything they want to. You can see they're picking off SCVs, going to pick off this supply depot. And there's not enough medics for these Marines to be able to heal that efficiently. So lots of really nice micro here from Luxury. He did do the hold position technique so he can target multiple Marines. And even though he did take some fire from those turrets,